Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and there's my co-host Heather, and our lovely guest today, Valerie B. from Illumination Portal. And of course, Valerie is going to talk to us about this full moon that's coming up and all the different aspects that's going on in the astrological world for us.
Yeah, it's really getting, that door's open. The door's open. So we're clearing out the rest. Not saying we'll ever be clear of everything, but we've got a lot behind us, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot. So as this full moon comes in, and again, a full moon is for clearing, but it's also at Sagittarius. Once we get there, the brilliance, bringing in that higher vision, that higher consciousness. But until that day, what day are we on? We're on the 19th. Right now, we're at 29 degrees Taurus, Sun. That is a critical degree. 29s and zeros are critical degrees, right? And with Taurus, he gets comfortable. Doesn't really want to jump around and move too much. Kind of been just.
I always think of Taurus as kind of a lead foot, grounded, because it's such a grounded sign. They're kind of a lead foot.
Yeah. But you need that right after Aries, right? We need that. We need to have that that time to ingest, digest, to review all of how we want to go forward. But Taurus is, the thing with Taurus, I manifest, right? Once he focuses in on what it is he wants, and we all have Taurus in our chart. Let me just say that.
Taurus rising.
We all have, he goes for it. There's no, he doesn't get confused. He clearly gets his ducks lined up in a row and goes for them. Right. But here we are, we've been, and some people, we're all at different parts of the journey. So, but as a collective, I see it like this. We have 29-degree Taurus Sun with I think the Libra moon is at 14 right now. But what's going to happen, that moon is in a 30-hour void of course, which means there's no aspects to the moon. So the moon's kind of over there hanging out by himself, herself, chilling out. And, Libra, Venus rules Libra. So, or Libra rules Venus, I'm sorry. So here we are. She's there, she's there really going over the list that Taurus has accumulated thus far, right? How are we, is this the right way? Is this what I truly want? Does this resonate? And if it's not resonating with your heart, it's not the right way. That much I know.
Let me just do a little sample of that, just to what do you call it? An example. I went down to Santa Fe last weekend to look for an apartment, and I got there and I knew that it wasn't the right time. I don't know why I thought it was, but I got there and nothing resonated. The things that I looked at didn't resonate. It just, it wasn't the time for an apartment. So I decided actually while I was there that I was talking to my granddaughter and my daughter, the three of us were there together. And my granddaughter said, Gammy, I don't know why you want to come down here on your own like this. You can stay in Fort Collins with us until your van is finished. And when she said that, a light bulb just went off in my head. And I thought, yeah, okay, so we're going to play the rest of the weekend because this is not what I thought I was going to do. And it's okay. It's perfectly okay. And so we just played.
Yeah,
we went to the spa for a half a day.
Yeah. Oh, that is so awesome. It's perfect. You got to play, because that's kind of also part of this, right? Playing, bringing enjoyment to your life. Venus loves all of that, right? Comfort, and because she rules Taurus and she's ruler of Libra, so kind of got her in play. Plus, she's at 25 degrees Taurus. Okay, but that and Jupiter's at 28, 29. So you
Oh,
see
wow.
those two coming up behind the sun, going to hit that 29
Are they
degree.
in conjunction, Taurus
They
and
will be on the full moon. So,
oh, right.
Venus and Jupiter will be conjunct at 29 degrees on a full moon, and
Wow.
the sun will be at 2 degrees Gemini by then. But you see how when these 29 degrees, these repeating degrees, especially a 29 or a zero is what I should say, is it's really bringing in the bottom line, right? Is this the way forward? And you kind of start sifting through everything, getting getting your ducks lined up in a row, just like you did. You know,
Mhm.
it's and because you were searching, you went to investigate, you went to see and feel it out. Spirit is there communicating with you in the ways that you understand, right? Whether it's through
Mhm.
your granddaughter, it doesn't matter. It's so cool, right? Because everything is communicating with us in
And
all
I
moments.
actually did find the area I wanted to buy property in, maybe not, for an apartment or anything, but I did
Right.
find the area that, I wanted to buy the property.
That's so cool.
So that
That's
was
so
good.
yeah. I mean, it's a step towards it, right? It's a step. It's
Mhm.
another step. You know, the vans. You didn't know about the van until right around when you left, right? So you know that's coming in, and you really are a
Yeah, I was
perfect.
literally on the road when the information came through that the
That's
van was arriving at the, dealership this week.
that is so cool. It's so
Can I
cool.
stop for just a minute and say hi to Linda Day Gonzalez,
Sure.
Laura Hammond Davis, and Starfish Jenny? Thank you guys for being in the
Hi
chat. We
guys.
love it. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat with large letters and emojis and whatever else. If you have any questions, in fact, I'll put a banner up that says that because there's a lot of aspects of it right now, like you were talking about on your brief video last night. And if y'all didn't get to watch Valerie's show last night, please go watch it. It's just Valerie, but she's got a ton of really important information for us, which I am trying to build on in this show because it was so important what I
Right.
was
So
saying.
The other thing is, Valerie, even if you repeat yourself, the more times it's heard, the more people will remember.
absolutely. And I was
Absolutely.
just going to say, yesterday was a big day, right? We had Jupiter conjunct the sun. So it looks like Jupiter's going into the heart of the sun. And as he does get right next to him at 28, each of them at 28 degrees, they have a conversation. Now, the sun rules everything. So the sun is saying, okay, this is where we're going. This is how we're going to do things. That's how I see them talking, and Jupiter's all for it, At the same
Right.
time, we had Venus conjunct Uranus. Okay, you can't. That's a hard one to even try to explain because Venus is what we love and value.
I think there
Uranus,
is something a Venus. Wait, let me see if I can find it.
yeah, we see Uranus is outside the box. There's no way to get what does that mean for me? It's going to come. There it is, electric, it's spontaneous.
You want to read that real quick, Heather?
Sure, Venus conjunct Uranus happening now. Expect the unexpected in love. The electrifying energy of Venus and Uranus is set to be a wild ride of intense emotional sparks and unexpected outcomes. These planets meet once a year, with Venus bringing love, romance, charm, and passion, while plot twists, Uranus, stirs the energy, delivering sudden new beginnings, endings, and unpredictable events. The alluring pull of Venus amplifies desire and attraction, dramatically transforming relationship dynamics. Combined with Uranus' electric, spontaneous influence, this can ignite our love lives, bringing a whirlwind of emotions and marking the start of a passionate, magnetic, and destined love story. This alignment asks us to be open to the possibility of fated encounters, soul recognition at first sight, and deeper, more resonant and reciprocated connections.
And see,
Interesting.
And Venus also represents, yes, it could be a partner, but it is what you love and value. You may fall in love with a
Mhm.
house. You may fall in love with an area. It's
I was
all,
gonna say, can we take the
yeah.
the romance out of it with
Yeah, take the
thinking about a
human element
partner?
out.
Because I don't think
Neither one
any
of
of us
us want that.
I don't think
No,
any of
no,
us want that right now.
no, none of us here want that, right? Oh, geez. Um, can I come right back? I'm sorry. Just one
Yeah,
second.
you bet. Just mute. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the, I don't think there's another Venus. Oh, so that Venus conjunct Uranus, exciting surprises, breakthroughs in love and money. So that just goes right along with what she was saying.
Breakthroughs in love and money. I don't care about the love part, but money would be very nice.
Well, like she said, you can fall in love with a house or whatever.
Yeah, you can fall in love with abundance and opulence and whatever. It is the point of Venus is what is sparking you. What has she been like that you can't? It's in your heart. You can feel it. She keeps bringing it up, bringing it up, bringing it up. And I don't know. A lot of us, we've been working through a lot of density. We had all those solar flares. We had all this crap going on.
Yesterday felt really dense to me. I
Oh.
really struggled with even talking yesterday. It was just
Yeah.
like, leave me alone. I feel meh.
Yeah,
Even
yesterday
teary.
I had the weirdest experience, and it lasted about almost a half hour. But I got Scotty dropped me off, and everything was pretty much normal. And then I sat down, and I was going to start working, and all of a sudden, I felt like the chair was going.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow.
Well, what am I in a spaceship somewhere? And I just was buzzing completely, and it was just really weird. And I'm going, okay, I'm not doing this yet, because I couldn't.
And that's well, we just said this backstage. I'm surprised we have internet. I'm surprised that we have connections at all after what it is, but all those X, M, and C class flares that we had. I
Boy,
mean,
that
and
was just nuts.
Well, we're supposed to get through,
oh yeah, oh no,
so
it's
I'm not
not.
worried about that.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. And I was just getting ready to say, I'm not trying to say it for fear, because the thing is, if you look at it and you look at it for fear, this is why I went live yesterday. It is
Yeah.
not live. I did a recording. To
I thought you were live.
no, I was just a recording.
I mean, I didn't see it till it was recording.
Yeah.
Till later, but
Well, the thing is that as spirit, okay, as those solar flares come in and they hit all of the molecules on Mother Earth, well, really throughout our whole solar system, right? But they scramble them and they dissipate the things that are no longer going forward with us. This is why you felt the way you did yesterday, because I felt that way the day before. It was just like, I can't take it no more. You just get fed up with that feeling. And as it's doing that, though, as the sun is blasting us with all those protons and neutrons, and it's bringing in light codes, it's bringing in the new awareness,
absolutely.
right?
Speaking of which, if you watch Consciously Aaron,
I
she
love her.
explains what those light codes are doing in the Schumann resonance and the
Yep.
heartbeat. Oh my God. Every morning I have to watch
Yeah.
her to figure out what the day's going to bring, because
Absolutely.
I don't understand all the impact of all those solar flares and the light codes, but she shows it in the Schumann resonance where the light codes are and what part of the body
And
it's
what they're
affecting.
affecting.
So
Yeah.
I highly recommend Consciously Aaron for you in the chat room to help you understand and integrate the light
Yeah.
codes and the energies that we're receiving that Valerie's talking about. It's absolutely amazing.
And as the again, I've had this happening to me since the early 2000s. I started tracking that back then with the solar flares. And then you get the information, oh, Mother Earth has a heartbeat, the Schumann resonance, right? So you kind of layer in all this information. I'm so grateful. There's so many others speaking about it. What's the guy's name that you just Stefan? Um,
Stefan's last name. I don't have my phone in here.
Let me look. But having this information available to us is
Stephen Burns, and he's on YouTube as well, and he's fabulous.
and see, I
Same
haven't
thing. He
seen that.
explains a lot. Jenny says dense energy for sure, and working through all that density
Yes,
feels like a rotor-rooter job.
absolutely.
Amen, Jenny.
And
And another quick one, real quick, is Jenny feels like she has the flu, so let's all send her lots of healing light for a really quick recovery. Nobody wants the flu.
But see, that's another symptom.
Mm-hmm.
That's a symptom. You know, we get all the ascension symptoms come up. They get blasted, right? And we all get hit in different ways. I'll feel like I have the flu, or I'll feel like, you know, my heart's broken. I go through this really terribly long unworthiness phases. I go through these terrible times of just this deep sadness.
Yeah, you know, I find that so hard to believe from you because you're always so positive in your energy and your message, and that's really good to know because I have those times too, and I'm sure everybody in the chat does. But we always feel like we're the only one, and we don't talk about it because there's something wrong with us because we're not worthy.
Yes. And see, and that's the evilness, the tricks of all this stuff, right? So the more like consciously Aaron speaks, or Stefan speaks, or we speak, these are normal occurrences. They do pass, and if you've been, and we're pretty connected in this community, and if you've been tracking yourself for the last 10, 20 years, you'll see that it goes up and down and up and down, and but we're at this really cool point of, it's the remnants, it's the leftovers, right? And if we could just keep the focus on our heart, on our Venus, on what we love and value, we'll kind of float through this. Even though those days I'm like, you know what, screw Venus, screw all of it, you know, like, hell with it.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. But then it comes
whatever.
Yeah, it comes out, and you feel, you know, like, okay, we got through another round. But as this is all occurring, and so we have the 29 degrees on May 23rd of Venus and Jupiter. Then Venus will go Cazimi into the heart of the sun on the 4th. Wow. So you see, like, it's building up. We go through another stretch of time, but this is an interesting stretch because of all the 29s happening up until the full moon and a little bit after. So, because we'll have the 29-0 playing out, right?
Right.
Can I be right back? I'll be right back.
What? Okay.
Be right.
Hi, Bora Bora. Welcome. I hope you feel better, Starfish Jenny. I hope you feel better really quick.
Yeah. Yep. And don't forget that you have the power to work on yourself too. So
absolutely, we
just include your energy in with it.
Oh, yeah. Every one of us, right? That's what we're doing. But see, we're the front lines. We're the light workers, love workers, energy workers. We're the ones who are, okay, we notice all these patterns. We notice all this crap's going on. But it's not for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's it for? You know, here we are. We're coming out of it. Well, Sagittarius, full moon of Sagittarius, is another release point. We're going through this 30-hour Libra void of course moon. It's really good release.
I've never even heard of that.
And it's the past, right? Because the South Node's in Libra. It's the past. It only happens, void of course are usually like an hour or so. Mm-hmm. There's no aspects to the moon, but this is 30 hours.
Wow.
So let it go. If something keeps trying to hold on to you and take you down again, you know, let it go. Because after Libra, we go into the Scorpio moon. Okay, we know that's just going to clear anything that was hanging on again, you know, and you all know this. we don't clear it one time. It takes
No, for me, I have to clear it at least a dozen.
It's definitely an onion.
Yes, it is. So here we are. So I wanted to say, up until we build up to this full moon in Sagittarius, let it go. Let all these feelings come up. Let all this uncomfortable, if it's uncomfortable, if you have it in you to focus on your heart and what you love and value, research that, write it, call it in, speak it in, share it with, a close friend, what, whatever. Do what you can to call in this new, right? Because Sagittarius full moon's coming in, and even though that's another release point, well,
Mhm.
we can still set intentions. We can release and say, okay, I got my eye on these things. This is what my heart really is talking to me about. Well, Sagittarius is, I mean, okay, so the sun will be in Gemini at this point. This
Mhm.
brilliance, fast thinking, quick decisions, um, receiving downloads, receiving information, really assessing all of this stuff in front of us and making sense out of it, because Gemini is I think, right? I think.
Right.
So here we are going from I am to I manifest to I think, and bringing in, because we can't create anything if we don't think about it first and
True.
it into existence. And then, but the Sagittarius part of this, where the moon is the brilliant, higher consciousness, where you can take that imagination to, shoot your arrow. I mean, think outside the box, go as far as you can. We
Yes.
have this really cool time period, because even okay, so the sun today is at 29 degrees. Neptune's at 29 degrees, and that's a sextile. So this is good. But Neptune, you could get lost. You can just kind of float away, which I don't see anything wrong with that personally.
I was gonna say I could use some floating away.
and it gets you in that zone, right? Because that's where your imagination works the best. When you're not, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. You can
Right.
just relax. So take this next few days and let that happen, because Neptune is going to be at 29 degrees Pisces, the last degree of the zodiac, until September 1st.
Oh, wow.
And then I think it goes retrograde and comes back. Honestly, don't know that far ahead. I can't.
That's
I
all
can
right.
barely keep this in. But I kept getting, to between the Neptune and the Gemini and the Sagittarius and the end of Taurus, all of it together is aim high, go for the highest vision you can see. Envision, what does your life look like? What does it look like? Expand your vision.
Yes.
Yes.
Illuminating our vision is what
Like
I
the
tried.
things that I've been shooting for are unity consciousness, unconditional love, freedom for everyone.
Every yeah.
Yes.
Don't think
Because
about
if
what
it
you
affects
can do.
everyone, if it affects everyone, it affects me. So what I want for the universe. I want for our planet. I want for you and me. So I've been going through thinking of it as a collective rather than just individual. Not that I
Yeah.
haven't done individual stuff as well, but it seems like if I'm wishing the things for me, it seems like it's the same things I want for you, and in the universe is what I desire.
Don't limit yourself.
No,
And don't limit.
In any way, don't limit yourself.
mm-mm. Absolutely. That's why we're light workers, love workers, and energy workers, because we include everybody. I can see myself in my worst moments, and ugliest feeling, and all that stuff, and I still want everyone to have an
No, I
enjoyable.
want everybody to be happy. I
I
want
just,
everybody to get
yeah,
along and be happy and have what they need in their life: food, housing,
yeah.
arts,
And this is
grace.
where, okay, that's a good point. This is where, Gemini likes the details. Put them in there. Put them in there. Put the details of everything that you want to create. Okay, because not only are we creating our own individual lives, and by doing that, we're doing the light work, love work, energy work. But
Mhm.
here we come, right? We're all coming together. We're all noticing there's more than just me thinking this, right? So
Yeah,
what does that
true.
mean? What do we want to create? What does New Earth look like? And that's where that piece comes in. That's what I was talking about in a video yesterday.
Mhm.
We have to have these discussions. I know we all. I would assume. Oh, I shouldn't assume. They're telling me.
Think in
Anyway,
terms of this would be perfect.
right. But we all have that, and but not to think that, oh, not everybody's thinking everybody should have freedom. Well, yeah, they are. Our community is, so it's those pesky little thoughts that come in and want to,
Intrusive thoughts is what I call those.
and they want to tell you it's impossible. They want to
Yeah.
tell you
I don't
that can't.
Yeah. Well, my family's the same way. They're like little intrusive thoughts where when I talk about things like this, they're like,
Uh-huh. Mine too. They're like,
"That'll never happen."
well, it'll never happen. And I'm like, yes, it
And I
will.
don't believe in never happen. I've seen too much of what I've done in my life to realize that there's no such thing as it'll never happen.
Mhm.
You
And that's
know?
what keeps us going.
Mhm.
That's the strength of a light worker, love worker. Yeah, we have all this empathy. We're heart centered, soul centered. But you're not going to convince me that we're just going to keep playing this stupid game out until the
Mm-mm.
end. I don't know. Till what? It's already been 26,000 years. I'm I'm done with this game. I'm walking
Mhm.
away from this game and we're going to go create
I'm gonna
this.
go play a new game where
Yeah.
everybody's equal.
Right.
It's because it will be with the divine feminine and the divine masculine
Mhm.
balancing out. That is going to bring peace on earth because
Absolutely.
we'll
That-
be creating more of our divine masculine, us that are very feminine, or those that are very feminine. I have quite a bit of divine masculine in me. But to balance it out, each of us
yeah,
has to work at it to balance it out for ourselves, which helps the collective balance it out.
absolutely. And that's another thing I wrote down. Polarity leads to unity because we come to the end of the game. Okay,
Mhm.
I have all the pieces, or they have all the pieces. It's over. What are we doing? Why do we keep playing it like it's important? Because it's not. And
Because it's not, it's just a bloody game.
that's right. And it's
Crazy.
a vile, violent, bloody game. Look at
Mhm.
all wars keep going on and just killing children, and I mean we could go on and on. I don't want to turn it that way because I know in our hearts, in our souls, we send love to all those people and all those places on earth and all of that horrendous atrocities going on.
Mhm.
Knowing in our hearts that one day this game's going to be over because they're not going to have any players, or the players on our side are just going to be so enamored with unconditional love and truth and harmony and peace that it's not even an issue. We don't even see it anymore.
Yeah.
That's how
Mhm.
my team explains it to me. Like it just will dissipate.
It'll just fall away.
At
Yeah.
some point, we can't learn from the game anymore because we'll know
Right.
everything. The game
Right.
doesn't exist anymore.
And
Mhm.
see, that's where I
I
think
think
we're
that's
at.
where we're going, Heather, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've been there. We
Yeah.
just we kept thinking it was true because everybody around us, well, don't you see? Aren't you in reality? And I'd be like,
I
God,
don't want your reality.
aren't you sick of seeing that shit? I don't know. I'm sick of
Yeah.
it. And now that more and more of us are growing together and we're coming together and we're speaking it out loud and we're making changes, we're saying, well, you know what? Why does why do we do that or this or
Yeah.
why are we letting children just get killed? What's going on? Who's in charge? Oh, those people aren't for humanity,
Yeah.
obviously, right? So
Obvious.
there goes there goes that whole but look at it. It's every aspect of our lives. Every single aspect of our lives that is distorted is is dissipating or falling away. And
Hmm.
as we create the new, okay, so this is why it's so important for us to create the new. What does that new look like? What are the details? That's what Gemini and Sagittarius want, because I'm saying Gemini and Sag because it's a full moon.
Right.
Sun's going into Gemini, moon will be in Sagittarius across the board, right? So they're vibing off each other, and
Right.
and every time I see that, a lot of people want to say, "Oh, it's an opposition and it's uncomfortable." I don't see it that way. I see it
Mhm.
as they both have excellent attributes, and they mix them together, and they constantly vibe off each other. Now, if I look at reality, I,
They're
I can.
vibing over the lower aspects of it.
Right. So I
Do
just
you want me
want
to look at do you want to look at the slide, any of the slides?
sure if you want to. I
I'm
just
not,
wanted, that's all I was coming up to, because the only other thing I had was to keep that. They keep saying that polarity leads to unity. That's so important.
leads to unity.
Yeah. For us. It's just so important.
Yeah.
Okay, we played all this out. When are we
I
going to
mean, we've
say
been playing it out for 26,000 years. You think you
exactly?
get it by now?
You, and I just
Okay.
don't.
Let's see what we have here. We talked about this and the Jupiter conjunction yesterday. Do you want me to read this?
Can I just say one thing to Leah? Leah, on the full
Yeah.
moons, it is that they are in opposition. There's always the sun's on this side, the moon's on that side, and new moon is when they're together. They're in the chart. Here, I can
Right.
show you if you want to see.
Hi, Amanda Carroll.
The
So,
sun.
that Jupiter solar conjunction, I'm sorry, go ahead. Were you
No, no.
finished?
Yeah, I'm finished. Go ahead.
Immense good luck, good news, miracles, big breakthroughs, dreams coming true, good fortune, growth, wealth, finding love, embrace the magic of the universe. Wow. Your manifestations are coming to life, especially if you have a pure heart. You're winning big time and receiving blessings. Foreign travels, love, someone who dreams about being with you, the best people for you coming unexpected. The sun is burning away your blockages. Yay. Closure from the past and old chapters and divine light alignments.
That's cool.
That's nice.
I love that. See, so there's all these people seeing the higher consciousness, the higher vibration, where they don't want to play in the dirt anymore.
I
We
don't.
we have all these light workers and love workers and astrologers and energy workers and you name it, that feel like we feel.
Right. Heather?
Okay, May 18th, we'll experience a once-a-year Jupiter Hazimi. Use this energy for you. And as far as crystals go, use the citrine 8.
And.
And I couldn't figure out what that was. It looks like an 8.
Mhm.
Clear quartz to propel your intentions into the cosmos.
Okay.
And speak it aloud. Say, I'm open to receiving all that I wish and all that I desire. And Jupiter's energy. Practice gratitude for all that you have right now. A
That's
lot
a
of us
big
have a
one.
lot more than we think we do.
Yep. We
Yep.
do.
And take action now. Make a wish list, speak it aloud, and start setting seeds and plants. And
Super.
it's all yours to take. Planets welcoming good times, luck, money, fun are within 1 degree of the sun. So miracles are happening for you. And I've got to say that it does make a difference when you say it out loud.
Yes.
It kind of, you feel it. You don't just think it, you feel what you're saying. And that's why it makes such a
That
big
makes
difference.
things happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Makes
the
a difference.
feelings, right? Our feelings are our navigation system. So once we get that, and it, in your heart lights up, how different you feel. You could have been
Absolutely.
saying it, and this is. Let me just say this real quick on those Jupiter Kazemi the sun yesterday. and Jupiter, Kazemi, Uranus. We've been building this up for a month. It's not going away. This is a long-lasting blessing. It's it's a few days, and it's going into this full moon. So utilize it. And then Venus goes into the sun on the 4th. Utilize it every day. Use this energy. Pump it up. Pump yourself up. Because as you do that, this all around us responds to you.
Right.
Yeah. Going back to saying it aloud, I'm sorry I'm going back, but I needed to clarify. When I say you feel it, think about your senses. If you say it out loud, you're also hearing it. So you're also thinking about talking. So you've got two things right there. Rather than just thinking, I have thoughts and I forget them. Yeah, you say it out loud. And when I would study for exams, I would speak it out loud because I would remember it better.
Right.
So,
okay, let me read this one. The most fortunate and luckiest day of 2024 was yesterday with the sun conjunct Jupiter. The most fortunate and luckiest day, once every 12 years, the sun and Jupiter meet in Taurus, bringing sudden bursts of good luck, fortune, and abundant blessings. During this time of amplified energy, it can seem like everything you touch turns to gold, with exciting news and destined encounters making your dreams become a reality and bringing blessings you didn't foresee. Anything can happen over the next few days, so stay open to magnificent possibilities, as you could receive long-awaited communication, a declaration of love, an unforeseen windfall, or witness your deepest wishes finally coming true. Stay positive and receptive as miraculous events are about to unfold with unexpected, positive karmic rewards transforming all areas of your life. Whenever you see 1234, 44, or 888, speak your intentions to the universe and prepare for divine intervention to bring limitless miracles and abundance. Wow. That's it. So it's the next few days. It wasn't just yesterday. It's the next few days. So keep it up, folks.
Right. And in Taurus, it happens every 12 to 14 years. So
yeah, that says every 12 years.
Yeah, to have Jupiter in Taurus it's
big.
It's making manifest what you imagine, right? It brings it to the physical. Taurus makes it physical, so it's why it's a little more interesting.
Right.
Not that the other ones aren't. Any other sign.
Do you want to read this one, Heather? Yeah, Leah, I think we should be playing a lot of.
The sun conjunct Jupiter. Again, they're talking about yesterday. Annual Sun-Jupiter conjunction is a massive, energetic, multidimensional event happening on May 18th at 28 degrees.
Sorry, I was trying to make it bigger.
It's okay. Often referred to as the luckiest planet in the sky, Jupiter is a galactic activator, and it energetically rules spirituality and expansion, higher mind, growth, healing, good fortune, luck, abundance, and miracles, as well as male yang energy. This year, the sun and galactic activator Jupiter come together in the conjunction during the Palladian portal as the sun conjunct the Pleiades, spanning approximately 28 degrees of Taurus to 0 of Gemini, and is the archetype of the divine feminine energy. The transmission of the expansive energy of Jupiter through our sun, combined with the highly activated healing feminine energy of the Pleiades, will be bringing the galactic divine union activations and light codes, activating the portal of divine unions, miracles, expansion of consciousness, and new beginnings, bringing galactic activations and integration of the galactic human DNA forward, movement, and growth on the quantum level, divine inspiration and creativity, DNA and light body activations, higher heart activations, divine unions, powerful synchronicities, and miracles.
Woo, that's some powerful stuff there.
Yes, it is.
And
It
then I
is.
think the next one is about the Pleiades. I've never heard of the Pleiades portal before. Are you familiar with it, Valerie?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the sun goes by certain certain constellations. Certain constellations have certain star groups in them.
Interesting. So the May 18th through 22nd is the Pleiades portal. The sun aligns with the Pleiades, sending high frequency energy to Earth and into our body, a time of elevated consciousness and healing. Awesome. I'll take it.
Yeah, and the healing part is big because we have, we still have Chiron in Aries. So it's, we're healing ourselves. We're getting the information on how to heal ourselves and to keep going with that. So.
And then today, your spirit guides are saying to you today, moon magic. Today, your spirit guides are sending you a message of divine alignment and inner strength as resonating with the energy of the number 19, signifying endings and new beginnings, urging you to embrace closure with grace and openness as you prepare for the transition into the new phase of growth and evolution. On this last day of Taurus season, your spirit guides encourage you to reflect on the lessons of stability, perseverance, and groundedness that the earthly sign has brought into your life. Embrace the pleasures and material abundance that Taurus offers, while also honoring the spiritual essence within. Trust in the guidance of your intuition and the wisdom of your spirit guides as you navigate the journey ahead, knowing that you are supported and guided every step of the way. As you bid farewell to Taurus season to welcome Gemini season, tomorrow welcome in the time of adaptability and exploration, where communication and versatility will be highlighted, opening new doors of prosperity. I welcome new opportunities of abundance, I believe.
Sweet. I don't know. You guys might want to take a screenshot of that or write it down before we move on. I welcome new opportunities of abundance, and I believe. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, was there any more to this Venus conjunct Uranus happening now? Expect the unexpected in love. The electrifying energy of Venus and Uranus is set to be a wild ride of intense emotional sparks and unexpected outcomes. These planets meet once a year, with Venus bringing love, romance, charm, and passion, while plot twist Uranus stirs the energy, delivering sudden new beginnings, endings, and unpredictable events. The alluring pull of Venus amplifies desire and attraction, dramatically transforming relationship dynamics. Combined with Uranus's electric, spontaneous influence, this can ignite our love lives, bringing a whirlwind of romance. Whoops, I lost it. Whirlwind of emotion and marking the start of a passionate, magnetic, and destined love story. This alignment asks us to be open to the possibility of fated encounters, soul recognition at first sight, and deeper, more resonant and reciprocated connections. Seeing 1111, 555, or 1717 means unexpected turnaround in love. Dreams are manifesting beyond your expectations. Wow. So Venus conjunct Uranus is happening right now. I think you talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, that is okay. They're still within. Okay, well, that's the 23rd. They're 5-degree orb. Hold on. Let me see where they're at right now. Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, they're 2 degrees. They're like 2 degrees. This is why I'm saying this. 4 together, right? We have Sun, Jupiter, Venus, and Uranus all in Taurus. They're hanging out together. They're very powerful. That's why, as this, they've been building up the last month or so. Well, let's just go to January, right? Everything's kind of built on top of everything else, and here we are waiting. We were all waiting for the Jupiter conjunct Uranus because that was a big deal, right? We didn't have here. This is what I think I said this in that last moon video we did. is that this energy would just keep building up, building up, building up. Add your energy to it as often
Mhm.
as possible. I search this stuff out every day. I try my hardest to keep my focus because it's about where we place our focus.
Mhm.
And if I'm not feeling good and I feel like I'm defeated, I'll just let myself feel defeated until it passes because I know it's going to pass.
Yeah,
That's
that's kind of what I'm learning to do. Like yesterday when it was such heavy energy, it was like, just,
mhm,
embrace this stuff and then it'll go. Just
right.
feel it and let it go.
hmm We have to love it and say bye.
Mhm.
Love you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Sun conjunct Jupiter, personal expansion, big optimism, and good fortune. And with Venus conjunct Uranus, exciting surprises, breakthroughs in love and money.
Ooh, sweet.
Yep.
Really cool.
Oh, and now we get to the moon. The flower moon in Sagittarius is relaxation. Okay, that starts on the May 23rd.
Yeah.
Relaxation, self-care, meditation, rest, creative projects, goals, philosophies, higher principles. Give your life meaning, be optimistic, challenge your fears. Good luck, love, romance, money, harmony, happiness, growth, enjoy where you are, curiosity and bonding.
And I've got to say on this thing, I had pulled a card before the show to see what we had.
Mhm.
And the card is, it's a pink card, says self-love and nurturing.
Lovely.
What's that list say?
And that's so important, right? Because we're not getting anywhere if we don't love ourselves and accept ourselves and nurture ourselves, especially when we have days like Priscilla had yesterday and I had the day before. There's no one else here that's going to nurture me but me, and
Exactly.
we got to get, well, I don't want to say get good with it, but really that's truth. You have to kind of come to it like, okay, it's just me here. And I know my spirit team's here, my dragons and my angels, and I know they love me. And I could just start asking them questions. And that's usually what I do to distract myself. I just start asking because I want to see higher. I want to see the vision higher. I want to
Right.
know, not that I will, but I keep trying. Yes.
Me too.
You know.
Again, the full moon in Sagittarius.
Mhm.
Embrace joy, practice gratitude, try something new, look for opportunities for collaboration, magnetize your desires to you, and
Mhm.
trust your intuition in new ventures and projects.
Mm. Powerful.
Good.
It's
Yeah.
powerful because, go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say I have to pay attention to my intuition, otherwise things get out of control.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. True.
And
Okay,
and
that was the last of your
oh, that was all of them? Okay,
yeah.
cool. Well, so we see how it's all coming every day. It's flowing into the next, flowing into the next. And as all that's going on, and it, that question still keeps coming up. What's your vision? What do you envision the new earth to be? What is that? Because we have Mars and the North Node, right? Our direction forward, the collective, and Mars together, conjunct, like all these planets we were just talking about, going, tell us how to think. Mars is ready. Where do you want me to go? I'm in Aries. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do it.
That's
So
cool.
that's the cool part of it all. It's not like anything's holding us back. The only thing is there's that take pause because of the self nurturing with that Neptune 29 and the sun's, it's a sextile and it's a good thing, but it's going to bring up, did I, stuff that you got to ask yourself, did I release that? Do I want to release it? Because here it is again, and I don't like how it feels or whatever that is. So
Right.
that's kind of brings awareness. I guess is what I'm
Those of
saying.
you in the chat, what do you want for the new earth? What kinds of things are you envisioning for your life and for the collective lives? If you want to share it with us, we'd love to know.
Love.
I've shared that I want unity consciousness and freedom for all, and I want housing and food for everybody.
I mean, it shouldn't
I,
be that
you know,
hard, should it? It shouldn't be hard at all. Housing, fresh water, food.
I want everybody to be ruled by their hearts.
yeah,
Mhm,
living in their hearts.
mhm.
That would be
And,
unity consciousness,
and people, I
unconditional
think
love.
people would if they could relax enough not to have to be in survival mode all the time, because that's
That's
where
the
we're at.
trouble.
Yeah,
We're all in survival mode all the
yeah.
time because we're all slaves to the system, and
Mhm.
that's
And
got to
that's
change.
yeah, it's got to change because that's on purpose.
You
They do
bet it
this stuff
is.
on purpose, and I'm not gonna hide from that. I used to try to not say these things out loud, kind of sound crazy, but I'm not the crazy one. They're the ones doing it. And
Hmm.
that's another thing. They have it so twisted that we feel guilty for speaking the truth. I mean,
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
crazy.
And
Isn't
you
that
have to
absolute
you
nuts?
feel like you have to be very, very careful when you speak the
Yeah,
Or
truth.
you'll offend somebody.
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh
You should.
dear.
I know, like, be offended. Be offended that children are just dying every day, whether they're in a war-torn country where there's not enough food or there's no housing or there's no excuse for any of this.
Yeah, I
None of
agree.
it. Mm-mm.
I agree. It's time for change, and but
Mhm.
Yeah,
it is
I like
changing.
what Amanda Carroll said too.
Yeah.
Financial equity, bartering, sustainable practices. I love that. Supportive as kids and elders.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Leah says,
And
"Oh my God, I want a business barter, smarter, fair exchanges without money." Absolutely. I'm with you on that one. That's on
him
my
too.
list.
It's on mine too. That and why do we put so many chemicals into Mother Earth? Like everything has forever chemicals in it. Plastics in everybody. Plastic is being
Everything.
found in fetuses,
That's
and
another one of my things is a freedom for Gaia, a
yeah,
healthy planet. I want a healthy planet. I want a healthy body. We're all
Which means
related.
no
We're all
chemical.
one. So if what we're doing to Mother Earth, we're doing to ourselves. What part of that
yes.
don't
I
people
was gonna
understand?
I was gonna say we're putting so many chemicals in ourselves.
Hmm.
And then you
Everything.
wonder why you get sick.
Mhm.
Oh, that's sweet, Amanda. Reverence of our Mother Gaia.
Yes.
Absolutely. The indigenous so had it right, and we were
Mhm.
so screwed by not paying attention to them. And
Well, and it wasn't us though that made that decision. Greed and power made that decision,
hmm
right? And they took it and ran with it thousands of years ago, right?
hmm
So here they know what they're doing. They know by adding these chemicals into the air, the water, the soil, is it's killing the nutrients that
they just
are
don't care
here
because
to
it's not the
sustain
bottom
us,
line.
right?
They don't give
Yeah.
a
And
shit.
no, they don't. They don't care. It's not. So
Mm-mm.
if if they can get away with, and which they have, they all the regulations, they've been deregulated, they've been allowed to just continue to make these horrendous things and know that they cause cancer, whatever. We could go on and on. We
Yeah,
know this goes on and on and on. But as soon as we stand up and we say, which I think, okay, let me just say this real quick. As I come on here for the astrology and the moons, and I'm looking at the highest potential for all of
interpretation.
us. Yeah. And I want that for all of us. There's a lot in here that can go sideways and a lot in our individual charts, right? But if we come out and we have the same basic understanding and vision, right? Then we'll all work together. There's no,
Exactly.
I'm not coming out here to make money. I don't care. I don't, that's not what I'm here for. I'm being guided by spirit to speak the truth in the best way I can. Now,
Excuse me, but can you tell me how you actually make money
Yeah,
to
right.
do because
Yeah, we haven't figured that out.
well, and like you said, it's not a priority because
Yeah.
most of the people on YouTube don't make a damn penny. I mean,
No
sure you do after a certain point if you want to subscribe to all
billion.
that,
Yeah.
but most of us are here for the humanity to help
Mhm.
ourselves and humanity grow, heal, and get educated.
That's the only reason I'm here, because I
Mhm.
didn't want it to be about money. I didn't even know I'd be doing
I didn't even want
astrology.
to do a channel.
Yeah, me either. And
I was
I had
not
no
into it.
idea I'd be doing astrology, because astrology just was something I loved,
Mhm.
just did it with myself and my friends and my family, And the next thing I know, they're saying do the astrology. And I was blessed, I got busy from being on Linda G's show, but that's still not the reason I'm here. And I think, that was kind of an experiment with spirit, because they will test you. Are you sure you're not, because look, we're in the position we're in because people sold their souls. Really,
Yeah,
for another
agreed.
dollar. Yeah. So, as we stand up, and there's more and more of us standing up. Now, this year is going to be tough because of the election. So that's what I was going to try to say. It's like, I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, everything's just rainbows and unicorns, because I know it's not. But I think deep in our hearts, we all have this vision of what um, 5D or higher is, and let's go for that. Let's go for that vision. Don't take your eye off the ball, no matter what they throw, because they've been throwing stuff at us for 26,000 years plus. If we can't let them get to us now, we're going to keep going and keep standing up and keep being who we are, and
Because they're
speaking.
fighting really hard.
Yeah, they are, and they
Well, you
do
have
have.
to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. You get more
They,
of whatever you focus on. So if you're focusing on the negative aspects of astrology, when you're
Mhm.
out there talking about things, you're not doing anybody any good. You're just
yeah,
bringing in more lousy energy. So
Well,
by talking about the higher aspects and acknowledging that the others exist, but that doesn't mean you got to talk about them.
mm-mm,
Acknowledging that it exists, because there's always a higher and lower level of frequency to
right.
all these aspects that are hitting us. So I'm ready to focus on the higher aspects because I don't really care about the lower. I
Mm-hmm.
want to create what I want. I want to create peace and prosperity for everyone. I don't care about that. We got
Mm-hmm.
enough of that on the news, on
Right.
television. I mean,
and how much of
we're
that is
so
actually?
programmed. We're so programmed by that
That's right.
stupid television.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't even know how much of that is actually true.
Yeah.
Exactly. My guides has said that recently, well, about a year ago. If you're not there witnessing it with your own eyes, and they'll tell you your own eyes are lying to you too. So,
You betcha they do.
you know, so, but they're like, stick in your vicinity. The external is going on. There's too many ways to make things seem like they can look like wars are going on. I'm not saying a war isn't going on. I'm saying they have the technology to
To
do.
manipulate the
Mhm.
electronics to
Yep.
tell us what they want us to know. And they're doing that in every sitcom you watch.
Yep. Oh
Every
my
show
God.
you watch on television, you're being
That's
programmed.
I don't watch any of it. I watch
Me
YouTube.
neither.
I watch Us. But mostly I'm reading news. This
Busy
never
working.
stops. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
know.
just never stops. I mean, it's going, and and I'll get this. Oh my God, another 29, and I get all excited about it. To me, it makes my day. But I'm sure I'm pretty boring to everybody around me.
Well, I
You
think I'm kind of boring to be around too because all I want to talk about is spirituality, important
Mhm.
things.
It's the
That's the
most
most important
important.
thing to me.
It is. I
So
mean, we're
really, I have
here.
nothing to talk about if it's not that.
I know,
I
right?
know. I
Yeah.
can't. I can't fake a conversation anymore. I can't fake them
Now,
anymore.
I'm no good at that
Mm,
boring party
mm,
conversation that
mm,
means nothing. I'm just not interested in it. I
mm.
don't care who your shoes are made by.
Yeah,
I don't care what your job is. Are you
no,
speaking from your heart? Is that
mm,
who you are? That's what
mm.
interests me. So,
Oh my
Valerie,
God.
what do you have a little bit
Love
to wrap it up, or can you tell us what you're going to be up to
Well,
next?
I am, my goodness, I have so many notes. Oh, I have to say this. We all know Randy in the chat.
Hmm.
She had texted me something. She goes, I'm so glad to be on the light train with you. And I thought
The
that was
light train.
the light train. I'm like, oh my God, that's what we're on. We're on a light train.
Thank you,
And
Randy.
yeah, and we're all ascending. We're seeing it. We're keeping that focus. We're seeing the vision. We're going forward. And I'm going to say this in all honesty. I'm going to go with everything I am guided to say. And if for some reason I'm wrong, so be it. I'd rather have my imagination and this fantasy that well, they want me to believe it's a fantasy, but I know it could be
Yeah.
reality where humanity can live in peace and harmony. So, as we go through this every moon, and I come here or on my channel, I'm going to keep promoting the
Please
higher
do.
vibration.
Because what you say definitely resonates with us, or we wouldn't have you here twice a month. But it always resonates, and everything that you have talked to me when you've done a reading for me
Mhm.
has been dead nuts on every single time. So the fact that you have that all of us have access to true astrology by people like you, we are so fortunate.
Mhm.
It helps my anxiety level tremendously to have my
Yeah.
chart read every 6 months to see what's coming up and what I need to work on and that sort of thing. So I highly recommend, if you haven't had a reading by Miss Valerie, please do so. Her information is always in the description of our video, and please contact her for an amazing journey through your
Yeah.
astrological chart.
It is so cool to see where you're going, to see your soul. I'm honored that I have that ability to help you
Well,
see.
you're a psychic medium, so as you're doing our charts, you
Yeah,
get so much extra information in there to help explain things. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal. So thank you
cool.
for that. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you
And
for
when's your
having.
next show, honey?
Geez, what day we're on? The
This is Sunday.
See, I don't even know anymore. Full moon on the 23rd with Diana,
Yay.
and then Allie on the 24th. Allie and I will be together. I think we're reading. We're doing readings.
Oh, that'll be fun. And Heather and I will be back on Tuesday at 3 o'clock Eastern, our
Yeah.
usual time. And we're going to talk about the state of grace,
Yes.
spiritual grace. That's
Oh,
going to be our show for next Tuesday. And I
um,
believe we have Juno next Sunday. I don't have my calendar handy. Let me see real quick.
everybody, we do need to talk about that. Juno
Oh,
is
Sun
going.
Psychic Jean. I'm sorry. Sun Psychic Jean is on Saturday the 25th
I
at
love
1
her.
p.m. in the Eastern. Yay! It's been a while since Jean's been on, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I love her. And today, at I think it's 5:30 Eastern, on Sherry Voices from the Swamp, Juno is coming up with a big announcement.
Surprise for everybody.
Yeah, so
A
it's
big
going to be
announcement.
really cool.
So
And
please watch that this evening with Juno and Sherry,
yeah,
Voices from the Swamp. And do you know what time that is?
it's 5:30 Eastern. So
5:30 Eastern.
uh,
That'll do. People can figure it out from there.
yeah,
And
I'm
Valerie,
gonna
I guess we'll see you in a couple of weeks
absolutely.
for the new
I
moon.
love Yeah, you being Gemini, so your brilliance is going to be just going, 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 going. Starting tomorrow, you're starting to get ideas. So
Oh, I love that.
follow what resonates with your heart. Just go with it.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you so much for being here today, Heather. Thank you,
Thank
as
you.
always, for being my partner in crime. And
Oh,
all of you in the
whenever
chat.
possible.
Exactly. Thank you so much,
Oh,
everybody in the chat. Do you
one
have
more
one more?
thing. Rainbow portals. The rainbows have been coming in, and every time I turn around, there's rainbows everywhere. So just know that the colors of the chakras go into those to help you elevate. I
Sounds
forgot. I
beautiful.
wanted to bring that
That's
in.
good.
I do love the rainbows, and they seem to be everywhere.
Yes.
I even have a picture of when I got in Alamosa at the Great Sand Dunes as we were leaving. It was so cold and rainy, and there it was, a beautiful rainbow. It was fantastic. Anyway, I just want to say, everybody, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'd certainly appreciate it. And share with our friends. Valerie's always full of information for people. So please
That's
share
right.
with your friends, and I hope to see you on Tuesday afternoon. Until then, self-care, spread your love, and we'll see you next time.
Right.
Sure.